What's up, y'all? Koereyelle tapping in for a brand new Conversations for the Culture series. Now, if you are new here, welcome. Grown Woman TV is all about creating a safe space to have much needed conversations. We truly believe that the cure for the culture is having these conversations that can move our community forward. A lot of times these conversations are uncomfortable, but that does not make them any less necessary. And that sometimes makes them even more meaningful and impactful when we can exchange ideas, when we can compare experiences, when we can educate one another and ultimately get to, a resolution that can truly move the culture forward. Now, I get myself into some trouble sometimes, especially over on Instagram where I, react a lot of times to the craziness that's going on social media and what is truly reality. A lot of these conversations resound or revolve around dating, relationships, marriage, or lack thereof in the Black community. Definitely the lack of preparation when it comes to marriage, the lack of preparation when it comes to parenting, the impact that being an unhealed person makes on your ability to properly parent. I truly believe that we can sit around and talk about the struggle, we can talk about the problems all day long, but at some point we got to start talking about some solutions as well. And so this new series, Conversations for the Culture, is going to examine some of these behaviors that the Black community, we just need to do better with. So I'm curious to know y'all's thoughts on this. I have been on a rabbit hole with Paternity Court. Okay. I believe Paternity Court is literally like a series, a study on not just Black. I like to watch the Black cases, but it can be a study on like I don't know, sociology, the way we are relating to one another, just all of the things. So let's look at this clip.
Mr. Williams, you claim 4 years ago you had a one-night stand with the defendant, Ms. Davis, and today you're here to prove you didn't father her 3-year-old son, Charles. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Additionally, you are suing Ms. Davis for conversion. You claim she sold your 1994 Pontiac Firebird valued at $2,500 without your permission.
That's correct.
Ms. Davis, you are certain Mr. Williams is the father and claim he's denying your son to get out of his responsibility.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Williams. So why did you wait so long to get a DNA test?
I just found out about 3 months ago.
This child is 3 years old?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you just found out 3 months ago that you potentially could be this child's father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
I met Miss Davis about 4 years ago at a party atmosphere and everything. We partied, ended up spending the night together that night.
So it was, in your mind, a one-night stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Pause for the cause. The casual sex culture literally ruining the Black community. Now, is this only a problem in the Black community? Absolutely not. But I'm here to talk about conversations for our community, for our culture, and casual sex. Those two words do not go together. There's nothing casual about exchanging bodily fluids. There's a spiritual exchange. If you subscribe to such theories, there is a possibility that you could end up in paternity court with a complete stranger. There is a possibility that you could be exchanging DNA with a dirt bag. Like, you don't even know what you're doing while you're out here having casual sex because it's cool, because you think it's cute. Definitely has some very lasting effects.
Did you use protection?
Because I was inebriated and it was 4 years ago, I'm not positive that I did use protection.
All right. Ms. Davis, I need you to take me back to this night and get to how this man is just finding out about this baby 3 months ago.
Okay, at the time I was in a relationship, so I was for certain that my boyfriend was my child father.
How did you get to the...
Pause for the cause. The amount Well, obviously, this is paternity court. So almost 100% of the cases involve a woman who had sex with multiple men within the period of ovulation. Now, women, we know, or we should know, that there is a very short time, like a certain amount of days every single month that you are ovulating, a certain amount of days, a very limited number of days that you actually have the potential to get pregnant. The number of irresponsible women, and I'm going to say women because these men don't know nothing about your cycle, your calendar, your ovulation. They probably don't even know how it works. The number of irresponsible women that I see having sex with multiple men and then having sex with multiple men within the period of conception, it is mind blowing to me. It's crazy.
The point where you got a boyfriend, but you're at this party and having a one-night stand with Mr. Williams.
We was broken up, but we wasn't. We was split it for a couple of days.
Okay.
And I was just mingling, and that's when I met Mr. Williams.
It's always on the break, Ron. Always the break. How are you so certain he's the father?
For one,
She's not. Can I submit this?
Yes, you may.
I noticed that he was a junior.
Ron, will you hand me that evidence, please?
He's a junior, but his birth father didn't sign the birth certificate. So that right there gave me a lot of suspicion.
The man was not for certain that he was my son's father.
Okay, so he refused because he had doubts as to whether or not he was truly the biological father.
Yes.
But you named him after him anyway.
Yes.
That's why I'm so suspicious about it, because I can only do so much as far as stepping up, as far as being proactive as an alleged baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like, what else can I do? If I'm already going to work, I'm already spending time with him, I've already relocated states because of, the situation.
All right, let me get my calendar so I can understand this. So when was Charles Jr. born?
June 1st of 2013.
Okay. Now, when did you say you had intimate relationships with the plaintiff? When was that one night stand with Mr. Williams?
Around the ending of September going into October.
The end of September going into October. So this is Mr. Williams. All right. Now, anybody else? That's what I need to ask.
Yes, it was another man.
There was?
Yes.
So there was another man that you had sex with as well?
Not just the one night stand. That's one. The boyfriend. That's two. But then another man. Y'all, I think it's literally like a 5-day window that you have to get pregnant. This lady is on national television admitting that she has sex with at least 3 men within a 5-day span. Y'all, casual sex is not cool. It comes with consequences.
Yes.
During the window of conception?
Yes.
When was that?
The beginning of September.
So this calendar is full. Before I go further, is there anyone else besides the other man?
No, Your Honor.
3?
Your Honor, it would have to be at least 3 or 4 other people that she was intimate with during that time, during that window of conception.
Why do you say that?
She's accusing me of being the father of her son. He's named after another gentleman. He doesn't respond to that name. In the few months that I've known about him, I've spent time with him, taking him out to play and all of this. He doesn't respond to the name that he's given. He responds to the 3 different other names. He calls me another name.
What?
So that's what I mean. There's so much confusion in there. It has to be more than just, okay, that.
This is the roots of what angers me. Because the people on the internet love to say that you're bashing Black women, you're being judgmental. But at the end of the day, somebody got to do some judging so that we can start taking some accountability and making some better decisions, because all of this leads to confusion for the kids. This child is a junior based off of a possible father. Like, just imagine the confusion for this child. Casual sex is so selfish.
That was 2, that was 3 people.
So you named your son after the boyfriend you were on break from?
Yes.
So, okay.
And I mean,
I'm not trying to pin nothing on Mr. Williams. However,
Yes,
I just want to, figure out the situation.
You need to know for your child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you do. And he deserves to know.
Yes.
The
Mr.
thing about it
Williams.
is, Your Honor, when I found out, I was living in Minnesota. I was living in a completely different state. We're from the Midwest. And so whenever I found out, I told her, okay, don't stress too much about it. I don't live in that state anymore, but this is serious enough for me to come there and to get things situated.
Okay.
This woman's accusing me of being her child's father. If I'm going back and forth to work since I've known, and I'm taking her to doctor's appointments, I'm taking her to meet her lawyer, I'm taking her to get food for the house, I'm taking him around my family within 3 months of knowing this. And then while I'm at work,
he's not yours.
while I'm doing all of this, my car breaks down in front of her house.
And then this lady has, look at her face, y'all. This lady has the nerve to say, why would you do all that if you didn't know he was yours? Like, you're not even appreciative that this one night stand man stranger has showed back up to try to take some responsibility that may not even be his. Like, it's outrageous. The audacity. Where are they selling this audacity?
Ask for permission to park my car in the back until I can get the part at the end of the week when I get my paycheck. So I got my paycheck, and I'm ready to go get my car because I got other business to take care of, and my car's gone. Nobody knows where it's at. Nobody.
Look at this lady's face while he's saying his car is gone. Look at this lady. Look at this lady, y'all. I mean, she's like laughing, and I'm even smiling right now, but it's really like disturbing and also quite disgusting it's the fact that this could potentially be the father of your child. Let me just let y'all keep watching.
Nobody knows what happened to it. But I know someone does because I have mine. Could I present this?
Yes, you may. Ron, hand me that evidence. What is it you're presenting, sir?
I'm presenting the blue book value of my car and also my insurance and the title showing that my car was insured. The car belonged to me and only me.
So what happened to the car, Ms. Davis?
I don't know anything about a car. I don't know.
So you don't remember the car being in front of your house?
No, I don't.
Your Honor,
she says she doesn't remember a car in front of her.
He don't have evidence that I sold his car. He don't have no kind of proof that I did.
Did you ever ride?
First of all, when people say he don't have no evidence, there's no proof. If I did it, you would. If I did it, they would. You would know, you would see, you would have. You always got to pay attention when people start off their defense like that. Where's the proof? You didn't see me do it. Because they never say I didn't do it. It's always, I don't remember. Where's the proof? How can you prove it?
Ride in the car?
Yeah.
So you knew which car it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying you sold it. You're saying you did not sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's saying it was stolen, but no one reported it stolen. So I'm saying this don't make sense.
If you're accusing me of being your child's father, why would you have show no sympathy, no remorse, not even any concern that my only means of transportation where I can do something for my alleged son?
Okay, so I get that, Your Honor, but why would Mr. Williams feel like he can just come into my son's life and then just disappear when he wants to? If you felt like this wasn't your son, I feel you shouldn't even came around until we got everything established.
When did he disappear when he wanted to?
When Miss Bryant
had to take me back and forth to work because she sold my car.
And a whole girlfriend that don't have anything to do with...
Okay, all right, so now we getting down to the nitty-gritty.
So this lady felt some type of way about this other woman. Y'all be getting mad. Y'all be getting so mad. And obviously, we're not talking about all women. It's never an all thing. But there is a huge percentage of women that get in their feelings and take their frustrations with the father of their child out on the father of their child through their children. So the child ends up suffering because you don't want to answer the phone no more. You want to be petty and, just do all of these things to literally ruin the relationship that you could have with the father of your child, a cordial, working co-parent relationship. You want to be petty, get in your feelings, be selfish, and now literally ruin the relationship that this man could possibly have with your child. It's outrageous.
Gritty. So you got annoyed because when you called him and said you potentially have a child,
Yes.
he showed up to try to be in the child's life.
Yes, he did.
But he showed up with company.
Right, but he was staying in my mother's house every day with me and my son. So if me personally, if you feel like you're not a father of a child, why are you around?
Why not? That doesn't make sense. Why not?
If you knew you didn't have a DNA test result, why would you even play father or a role of a child that you feel not yours?
Okay, hold on now. I'm not understanding why you are so angry with him.
I'm not
let's be honest
with Mr. Williams.
No, let's be honest though. The child's 3 years old. This man, in my estimation, has done a lot more than some men I've seen.
And I understand that, Your Honor.
To potentially be a part of this child's life. The mere fact that the car broke down in front of your mother's house is evidence to me, and you both testified to that, is evidence to me he was coming over there. Now you saying he was staying over there.
Yes.
Got it. So what's
with her
wrong
boyfriend.
with that?
She had a boyfriend at the time living there while I was there.
I want to hear from your witness, sir. I need to understand this full story. Ma'am, please stand and step up to the podium.
Y'all, these are, I feel like this is the part of the story that we usually don't hear because men are not usually as vocal and they usually don't have a safe space to be vocal. And y'all, please don't come over here calling me a pick me because I do not believe that men can do no wrong. However, in these particular situations, men don't always have a voice and they're not usually as vocal with their side of the story. So this man was literally not even thinking about this woman in any type of sexual way. She had a boyfriend, okay? He was literally trying to have a platonic co-parenting relationship with a child that could just potentially be his. And when the girlfriend showed up, it became a problem. This is crazy.
State your name for the court.
Yes, ma'am. LaQuante Bryant.
Miss Bryant, you are Mr. Williams's girlfriend,
Yes,
current
ma'am.
girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do you or do you not believe this is Mr. Williams'
I don't
son?
believe it.
You
I
don't believe it?
Because they had took a test, a home kit test that was supposed to be back in 2 days. Mrs. Davis told us it takes 2.5 weeks to get the test back. But on the box it said 2 days. She finally said she got the test back 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks later, come on over here, come and get it. We're expecting to come over there and get a paper saying, "Hey, this is your son," for Mr. Eddie Williams. She gives us a phony email address that is not even registered at all. When we put it in there, it says no account found. So it's no account under that name. So we call her back. She kind of has an attitude. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. That's what I tell you. This kind of silly acting. Instead of, to me, if you are for sure that is Mr. Williams' son, it ain't nothing to say. Here you go. Here you go. I would have printed it off myself. I ain't gonna give you my personal information.
So you're saying she gave you account information?
Account information.
But
for what?
To get the results that she was given.
Correct.
So the account information, you got it. So it was what? An email address and
a passport.
And a passport.
That's phony.
That was phony.
That didn't exist.
Whew. Goodness. Yes.
Ron, what are you holding? What is this evidence?
I have
you're holding?
evidence. Can I submit it?
Ron, can you get that for me, please?
I apologize. It's really sad. Because just like I'm giving it to you, that's how
it's sad that you sitting here, you're in a relationship with him, but see you being a woman and providing him $44.50 for a DNA test.
You sold his car. You got $44.50. How many times? How many times can $44.50 go into $2,000?
But the agreement was he should have provided the $44.50 for the test.
So now she's gonna insult the man because he had to borrow $44.50 for the test. Sis, why you didn't buy the test for your baby? All of the deflection, the lack of accountability, it's insanity.
Well, he didn't.
All right, let's get some order, ladies. Let's get some order. So, Ms. Bryant, hold on. I want to understand your testimony. You get this email and password. I see this here. There's an email address.
Because I never even turned
my point
the test in.
My point is
I show you the results?
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Ms. Davis, you said what?
I never turned the test in.
That is
But she's ready. She's ready to put me on child support.
How am I
And she
ready
wonder
to
why
put you
I don't
on
trust.
child support and I can't even put you on
Ms.
child
Davis,
support?
wait a minute.
But
So
at the
why,
end of the
Ms.
test,
Davis, so why go through the whole trouble of giving them this email address and this password if you never turn the test in? So the whole story about you getting the results via email was a lie?
It wasn't a lie. It
just
Mr.
wasn't the
Williams,
truth.
right? Mr. Williams knew that he had to pay the $44.50.
No, we're not talking about 44.
Okay.
We're talking about the result.
Okay.
Did you
Miss Lawrence.
tell them that you had a result?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Like I said, Your Honor, I know for a fact that he's not my son. He's not my child.
Are you for sure? So was you or was you not born with an extra finger? Was you or was you not?
I know I wasn't born with you.
See,
I'm not going to. I'm not going to
Was you or
entertain
was you
none of
not
that.
born
Okay,
with an extra
okay.
finger?
All right, listen. I want to understand all the testimony. Before I move on to the next set of proofs, I just want to understand. What you're saying, Ms. Bryan, is when you got this email address and this password and you logged on, it what?
It wasn't even an account.
It wasn't an account. It
No,
was a
not at
phony
all.
account. And now we understand why she gave you a phony account, and I can see you are getting very upset.
Right. Yes.
But she's admitted that
And
she
that lip
never
start
turned the
shaking.
test in. So she couldn't give you a real account because there was no test done.
That's why we called you.
Now, Ms. Davis, you started talking about some physical proof.
And then you don't even care enough to know who the father of your child is for you to get the test, for you to call the show if you couldn't afford the test. Like another woman got a call? Come on, sis.
Yes. My son was born with 2 extra fingers, and I have evidence of the nubs of everything of my child. May I give that to you?
Yes,
Ms.
please.
Lawrence?
Ron, let me see Ms. Davis's evidence.
There you go.
Thank you. So your child is born with what they call a 6 finger.
Okay, this lady's pissing me off with this foolishness. So let's get to the results, okay? Let's get to the results. Let's see what's popping.
Yes, yes, it is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Wow.
You are the father.
Wow.
Sad day. One night stand ends up with a lifetime in alignment with a crazy person who stole, well, she didn't steal the car, but she sold your car. So basically she kind of stole it and sold it. Guys, moral of the story, no such thing as casual sex because the consequences, they're permanent. They are not casual. There's nothing cute about having a poor, innocent baby with a bunch of confusion, a name that doesn't belong to them. We got to do better, period.